Hello, YouTubers and Airsofters alike. A very chilly hello from the state of Kansas right now. It's freezing out there. Now, I'm going to be doing a dual part episode. I've been putting these two items off that I've received from either playing or just from buying stupid stuff. Today, I'm just going to talk about two small items. It's going to be a very short video, but one that's important nonetheless, for the most part. Now, today we're going to be talking about protection. No, ladies and gentlemen, not the birds and bees protection that your parents tell you about, but protection in Airsoft, of course. Now, I'm going to show you something that I often talk about, but I've never really shown you guys what I'm talking about for you new Airsofters. And for you Airsofters, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Of course, I'm talking about gun tip covers, or as affectionately referred to as gun condoms. Now, of course, what that means are these. Now, they can come in a variant of a long one for M4s or a little stubby one for just about anything. These can cover pistols if you don't have a holster. They can cover any assortment of launchers because they can open up. These ones a little wider. And it can cover my PPSH, for instance, which I'm bringing back right now for this episode. Now, most people, like I've said in my past videos, do not know about the action sports simulation thing. Some people, believe it or not, do not know about our fast-growing sport. That being said, the orange tip sometimes doesn't do it justice. These guns look really real. It's not like paintball where people know, oh, huge bulbous tanks, that means it's paintball. I played, and it's not really that big of a deception. But with Airsoft, you have to be a little extra precautious due to all the bills coming out trying to get rid of it. Now, that being said, let's get into it. Now, a gun cover is very simple in its design. Goes over the tip, usually has a bungee to secure it on the receiver somewhere. Now, mine simply goes over the tip, bring it up, and put it where the magazine or the drum mag goes, right here. And there you have it. Very simple. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's not that big of a difference. Well, where I work, as you come off the field for break or to change into a new game, often we will tell them to keep the bags on while you are not on the field. So, for instance, to keep accidents from happening. I remember, but a couple weeks ago, that a kid discharged his weapon and it sent pellets everywhere. Now, it was a faster speed around a polar star, and he actually squeezed the trigger without the cover on. Pellets went everywhere. Long and short, nobody got hurt, but that being said, when you're in the ready room, or whatever you call it, where you're reloading, your masks do not need to be on. That's the safe zone. That being said, if a pellet was to come out from a stray shot or accidentally dropping the gun, somebody could lose an eye or somebody could get really hurt. And that's something that we don't want in the Airsoft community. That just creates more sanctions and problems. Safety is a very big deal in this game. Now, I'm not telling everybody to go off and buy a ton of armor like I have. It's for costuming purposes or juggernaut games, simply. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't really help when you don't have one of these on as far as safety goes. Being on the field and being the loadout room where that goes onto the field, you need to have your mask on and your gun cover can come off. But when you're in the loading room, in the restroom, you definitely need to make sure that you have this on for safety purposes. That story should be enough said. That being said, these are quite important. They don't cost very much, $2 to $3 depending on where you go. I say that's a good price. I've got a couple of these just in case. One on my loadout pack and one just laying around on my guns. But they're very important. They're just as important as having a sling or an orange tip or having a holster or a gun bag to carry them in. That being said, just because you have this on there does not mean you can transport it outside. Still, even with the gun bag and the orange tip and all the precautions you're doing, it doesn't matter. You need to have this in a gun bag. Safety 101. I'll go over it again. First off, if you're not in a sanctioned area where airsoft is allowable, such as an airsoft arena of some sort, you do need to make sure that people in the surrounding area know you are playing a combat sim sport. Second off, when you are not firing, keep this gun bag on it. Keep your face protection on if you are outside, because even though you're outside doesn't mean everyone's going to have one of these. Stray pellets can come from outside ways while some people are playing out there while you guys are on your break. So remember to keep away from the pellets. Another thing is, use trigger safety. Always keep your finger off. This is a basic gun safety rule, and you should use it in this. It also creates a little better gun control as far as trigger control is concerned. It's a good habit to have. Remember to always have it on safety if your gun has a safety. Remember, if you have pistols, to keep them holstered, and if you do not have a holster, put the little tip cover on. It can't do you any harm. So that's basically the end of the gun cover part. Now I'm going to go into a little less important part that I mentioned a bit. and that would be a little thing I picked up from e-bike after Christmas. Now, that being said, a lot of people, when I was watching the YouTube advertisement for it, said, oh crap, it came out a little too late, and they would be correct with the shipping, as crazy it was this last Christmas. I know thousands of people were, or hundreds of thousands of people were coming out with complaints about shipping being all torn up, and it was a big fiasco on the news. But, that being said, I got the tactical stocking. Yeah, I know what you're going to say is, Jesse, that's a stupid thing to purchase. But really, I'm a Christmas guy. I've always liked it. And the cool thing is, you could actually attach this to your Molly gear and just goof it up. But the great thing about it is it actually has some practical purposes. To hide food and snacks inside the large cavity they give you. I mean, it's pretty big. You can hide a lot of food. You can even put a tactical orange or some candy or even a granola bar or two. Or I've actually been able to put a stick mag in the front little pouch where they say the orange can go. So that's pretty cool too, and it can secure it. While it may look stupid and goofy a little bit, I mean, it's still a tactical stocking. It has tactical capabilities. I'm sure when they designed it, they're like, wow, this is a crazy design, but it actually works. It works. It's got D-rings. It's got a nice tactical pouch. You're just going to carry it like a small little briefcase kind of scenario. I could see a lot of applications for this as just a little thing to make little games out of. It's got all kinds of buckles where you can strap things to it. It's even got Molly gear. It's got, I'd say, 3 rows of Molly gear capability, which is pretty nice. It's made very durably. The only problem I have with it is that the top up here is not openable. It's just through that zipper. But then again, it makes sure things don't fall out. But yeah, you can actually, believe it or not, you could use this for a lot of things. It's made by Matrix, so you know it's very well made. And the cool thing is like you can actually use this in your loadout. Like I said, despite the goofiness of it, it really does work very well. There's just a lot of applications for it. It's a tactical stocking. Anything that pretty much has tactical usually means it's going to be having multiple uses. That being said, this has a lot of uses, believe it or not. The zippers work just fine. It's a fun little thing to have on you when you're playing Airsoft. I don't really have any problems with it. I haven't had any problems with it, thankfully. It's very well made. Another cool little thing is it comes with a complimentarily. They put an Evite patch on every single one of them since this was a partnership. So you get a little neato Evite patch if you're an Evite person. I believe that is the only site that sells these due to the syndication from Evike to make these. So if you expect finding one of these somewhere else, I don't really think you're going to find one. Of course, I bought black because I like the non-affiliated colors. It also comes in tan and OD green. So for all you different characters out there, you can definitely get a different color if you'd like. Right now it just hangs up right on my mirror over here. And it's definitely a cool, neato little thing to have. It's a good Christmas ornament. It's definitely useful. You could use this in your day bag, your survival pack, believe it or not. You know, a lot of survivalists say that survival is mostly emotion and psychological, and I would agree with them. Something like this, you see that hanging on your pack, it just kind of brings a smile to your face, just kind of laugh. Not to mention its tactical capabilities. It's got a lot of room on it. It can carry a lot of stuff on its face. It can carry carabiners holding stuff. You can even attach a big old thing of paracord. I mean, it's just, believe it or not, this is a tactical piece. This can be used. So, we've gone over barrel condoms, and we've gone over this ridiculous little tactical stocking that I bought. Well, guys, I can say without a doubt that this was a fairly productive episode for the most part. Guys, this is Jesse Hill signing off for the Jesse Hill Airsoft Corner, and I really hope that you guys play Airsoft safe. I said it all before, so I don't think I need to say it again. Please play safe, please play smart, and remember to have fun as always.